This is what's working now. You're right smack in the middle of a series called The Entrepreneur's Edge. I am showing you the tools, the systems, the frameworks that you need to get an edge, maintain an edge in your business. Recently, I was having a conversation with an entrepreneur, CEO of a significant business, and he said to me, Katie, my biggest number one challenge in business is my co-founder. What? Have you ever experienced this? You know, it's a really wild thing. When you start your business, there's a lot of excitement and energy and enthusiasm, and we partner with an incredible person. Maybe it is a friend, somebody we know from school, somebody we know from a previous business. Maybe it's even a family member, a sibling, a brother, an uncle, a spouse. And in the beginning, there's all this excitement, there's this energy, ambition, it's you against the world, and you start building the business. And then one day, the business is now $5 million. And that co-founder that was great in the beginning, who just knew how to be scrappy and resourceful and could wear many hats, maybe it's starting to feel like he's no longer a fit. Or maybe you just feel like every conversation you have with your partner is riddled with friction. It triggers him, it triggers you. It's frustrating. So what do we do? Well, if you care about that individual and you're a good human being, what a lot of people do is they use these coping mechanisms. Like they'll only push the conversation so far, and then you start to pull back. And you are hesitant to share your ideas because it's just going to lead to another difficult conversation, contention. And so silently, you and your partner are in this wrestle. Maybe it weighs on your mind, it's stressful, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. Maybe it even is straining other relationships because maybe this individual, like I said, is a spouse or a family member. And so this friction in your business partnership is growing, and it is impacting more than just the business. I mean, think how this friction in your business partnership, whether or not the team sees it, do they know about it? Can they feel it? Is it creating drag for the whole team? Is it starting to affect the other members of the executive team? Today, I'm talking to individuals with a $5 to $50 million business, 50 plus team members. Maybe you even have investors. And when you're at this stage in your business, you have a lot of talented people, A players who are exceptional at what they do. And with that comes a lot of personalities. So how do we navigate this friction in your partnership? Today, I'm going to give you 4 steps to overcoming partnership friction. This is like the first pass at how you can overcome it. There is a lot more information within these 4 steps. And so next week, we're going to go into a little bit greater detail, and I'm going to show you how to create rapid resolution. That'll be next week. So today, you have to see this very high level understanding of the situation. So let's go back to this individual who said to me, Katie, my biggest problem in my business is my co-founder. Okay, that might be true. Totally might be true. If that's the case, I want to ask you, what is it that you want for your business? You know, there's a goal. There's some objective on the horizon that is driving you, that you're driving towards, that you have your eyes on. What is that thing? Maybe you are wanting to grow the company to X amount of dollars and then exit it, right? But there's something that you're doing within the company that lights you up, that excites you. What is that thing? What is it that you're driving towards? So Step one is to answer that question. What do you want? Step two is to answer the question, what does your partner want? Maybe you love working in the business and maybe your partner wants to pull back on their hours. Maybe they only want to work part-time. Maybe they really don't like managing people. Maybe they just even want to be on the executive board. Maybe they are looking to shift or pivot the whole business. What is it that your business partner wants? That's step two. Now, if you're talking to your partner, it'd be a great question to ask them and take some of the tools that I gave you in last week's episode and the week before about listening, reflecting. Ask your partner those questions. Listen to them. What are they saying? What is it they want? What do they really want? Quick question for you. What would happen in your business and life if you could show up powerfully? As a coach to high-performing entrepreneurs, I help intelligent people like you do just that. And if you want to be inspired by people who are getting more done in 90 days than most people do all year, I'm going to invite you to go check out my case studies. The website is now.katierichardsson.com/case study. And the cool thing is we've got so many case studies there. You can find an entrepreneur who's just like you. I've also got a link for you down in the show notes. Okay, back to the show. Step three is to now look out on the horizon. And what is the point on the horizon where what you both want intersects? Right now, there's conflict. Right now, you're not lining up. Right now, it seems like what you want and what they want, those are at odds with each other, and that's probably true. But if we were to move past today and to go out on the horizon of this entrepreneurial vision, this vision that you have for the business, for the problems that you're solving in the world, if we were to go out on the horizon, there's some point at which what you want and what you're driving towards intersects with what your business partner wants and what he or she is driving towards. What is that point where you two intersect? Maybe you both want to make an exit. Maybe you're both driving to grow the company because you want to exit the company at 50 million. Maybe you're at 15 or 20 and you both want to get to 50 million because that will both give you the investment that you both want for this next season of your life. So what is the point on the horizon at which what you're both wanting, where they intersect? Why are we doing that? This one's key because we need to find common ground. We need to find each other. Right now, you can't find each other. You're struggling to meet, you're struggling to align, you're struggling probably to even listen to each other. You're both probably feeling not heard. So we need to go at the point where you do find agreement. Where is that point on the horizon? What is the thing that you both really want? Go to that point, and then we need to almost as if we've accomplished and achieved that thing, we need to turn and look back and reflect on when you were in that position, when you were in that place where what you were wanting individually was in conflict and was competing against each other. What did you do to align and get to and accomplish the thing that you both say that you want? So as you're in that place, we walk back to today. And you have to begin to imagine yourselves, see yourselves as a united front. Shoulder to shoulder, working together and leading the team. So, what are those things that you can do to be shoulder to shoulder? How can you see him in a new way? How can you see the fact that he sees different things differently is great because it complements what you're really good at. How can you, rather than seeing him as the other and a hindrance and an obstacle, this is if you want to align with the partner, by the way. How can you be a united front, standing shoulder to shoulder, both looking at and aiming at that point on the horizon where you both intersect? And how can you encourage each other in the areas where you're each skilled as you're both aiming at that point on the horizon? This is the 4 steps. What do you want? What does your partner want? What is the point on the horizon where you both, where what you both want intersects? And how can you meet him at that place and walk back to today as a united front? Now, as you are imagining this, there's something happening inside of you. It's called resistance. There's resentment, anger, frustration, blame, finger pointing. All of that is happening as I walk you through this framework, and I'm very aware of that. And so, next week, I'm going to show you the fastest way to resolution. It's not what you expect. It's extremely uncomfortable, and it's hard work. But hey, hard work never scared you. So next week, we're going to talk about this rapid resolution to your co-founder conflict. For today, I want you to get out pen and paper, answer those questions. What do you want? And what do you hear your partner saying he wants? Now, what is that point on the horizon where what you both want intersects? And how can you meet him at that place, stand shoulder to shoulder, and work together to accomplish the incredible mission that you set out to accomplish? This is what's working now. I'll see you in next week's episode. Thanks for listening to the What's Working Now podcast. If you found today's episode to be interesting, be sure to share this with a friend. And if you are looking to level up your organization as a CEO, I'm going to invite you to join the Now newsletter. This is a weekly newsletter. I send it out on Fridays. I tell personal stories, talk about what it's like to build a significant business while raising a family, homeschooling kids. And I even share case studies, very timely, relevant situations where I go into detail how I am helping entrepreneurs navigate, lead, and build incredible organizations. You can get all of that behind the scenes information and more inside the Now newsletter. I've got a link to it right now in the show notes, and I will see you in the next episode.